It's Thursday, March 11th. I'm Mike Rogers, and this is Comic Book Steals and Deals. Over at Eastside Comics today, they have the new In Huck Lee Silk #1. Now, this is not the Silk #1, the Virgin variant that has sold out everywhere. This is a new one. It's the Ji Hung Lee variant. $20 for the trade, $55 for the Virgin variant. Very good looking, but again, it's not the 1 in 100. Frankie's Comics, they have the Carnage Black, White, and Red, the scan variant. Very good looking. So a lot of these black, white, and red covers have been black, white, and red. This is like a full-on scan cover, like the old Venom covers that we used to see Scan do. $20 for the trade, $45 for the set. Venom 35. This is Venom dunking on Spider-Man. It's a cool cover. I got to put it in the thumbnail today. $20 for the trade, $45 for the set on that one. And then they have the Joker #1, the Riccardi. This is the sketch cover. Probably one of the nicest Joker ones that are out there. I'm not really fond of all the other covers. I really like this one. $29.99 seemed like a good deal on that. Over at Amorphous Inc., they have the Proctor Valley Road #1. Christina, I think it's Quistina, I'm not sure how you say that first name, but the last name is Khalidah. Khalida, I believe. Khalida. 1995. Proctor Valley Road, very good looking. I'll try to get into the thumbnail today if all the colors work. This series it's heating up and heating up more as we approach it. So $19.99 on that. Again, it's a Grant Morrison project, but it's written by someone else. So check that out. A lot of heat on that one right now. Nerd Store Utah. I love this place. They got everything. They've got the ENIAC #1, not first print, for $3.99. If you want to get ENIAC 1 through 4, this is all that Bad Idea Press. You can get it for $16. It doesn't ship till I think the end of March, but we're gonna get 1 through 6 for $16. So that's a great way to get out of that. The other thing they do is have the Stray Dogs. Now, Stray Dogs is a series that's coming out. Apparently, it's already in production of. I think it's going to be a cartoon. I think it might be Adult Swim or I'm not quite sure. I shouldn't say that because I really don't know what is going on with that. But I know it's actually been in production for quite a long time. Before the comics even came out. So it's Stray Dogs. They have the 5-pack with the Blair Witch cover, which seems to be one of the more popular ones. $64.99 for that. That's a 5-pack of books, though. And then Westfield Comics has the Rose Besh Silk #2, the 1 in 25 cover. They have it at $45.14. Compare that at $70 elsewhere or more. I've seen it for Golden Apple has it for $70. Big Time has it for $75, I believe. So you can get it for $45.14. It's that awesome yellow cover with silk kind of looking almost like I don't know. It's almost like a hip hop cover. There's something very cool about the cover. I love it. But yeah, you compare that at $70, $45.14 at Westfield. Gotham Central has the Marvel Legacy Miles Morales. Beautiful cover. $19.99, sold out everywhere. It's a copier. It's cover by. I don't even know what the heck's in Marvel Legacy, but the Miles Morales cover is it's him in a hoodie, and he's just kind of got his head down. It's gorgeous. $19.99, you'll find that at Gotham. And they have the Amazing Spider-Man 2, #1. The Aspen Michael Turner cover, $39.99. Those things sell out as soon as they come out. People see them and they grab them. They had 2. One is completely sold out, and they still have another one available over there. Street Level Heroes LA. Street Level Hero LA has the same inventory basically that Unknown Comics has, but you're getting it from kind of like a more local source because it's the guys from that Spider-Man booth who are connected to Street Level Heroes LA, so it feels like a little bit more local. I've heard some things about Unknown Comics. I'm not going to say anything bad, but I've heard some things. They have some over at Street Level Heroes LA. They have Venom #35, the Raposa. This just came out. It's striking. Again, if the colors work, it'll be in the thumbnail today. $15 for the trade, $30 for the set. Very good looking. This is 35. This is Legacy 200. It's a very big book. A bunch of covers came out for this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if they're all still available or not, but this is going to be Venom 200 Legacy. Venom 35. The Repose is really good looking. They have Demon Days X-Men #1. Second print, black and white by J. Scott. So it's a second print, #1. The J. Scott Campbell cover, but black and white like a sketch. $25. That's a good deal. Silk, the Kale New. So they got these two covers, the Silk, the Kale New, and the Ansalito. The Kale New is not doing much for me. It's too busy. $10 for the trade, $30 for the set. The Ansalito is kind of nice. Again, it's still a little busy, but I do like his depiction of Silk on the cover. $10 for the trade, $30 for the set. Wanted Comics has Department of Truth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the Virgin variants for $95.85. These are basically those B cover Virgin variants that came out. They list them as the Wanted Comic variants, but I'm pretty sure these were available everywhere. But it's all the Virgin variants for $95.85, and we know that that's been optioned, and that comic book is built to be a show. Sometimes I think that James Tinian should have written movies, and maybe this is his way into movies and television. But like Department of Truth, you could have just gone right to, back in the good old days, you could have gone right to like TNT with that, and we'd be watching it. It wouldn't be a comic book, it'd be on TV. It's built for it. It's just built for it. It's almost like a new iteration of the X-Files, basically. Very cool, with a twist too. Sorry, I'll keep going on about that. But Wanted Comics, Department of Truth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Virgin variants, $95.85. Slabbed Heroes today. We talked a little bit about Slabbed Heroes yesterday. Basically, you can pre-order 8 books. Any book that you want, they do FOC pre-orders. You order it, and it comes to you in a 9/8. So if you want to get Magic the Gathering 1's coming out, and I kind of highlighted Magic the Gathering 1 here because I'm not seeing these books elsewhere. And these books are going to be big because Magic the Gathering is a giant. I mean, you're crossing comic book fans, collectors, and that Magic the Gathering crowd. So they're all going to collide together, and these books are going to do very well when they come out. Slabbed Heroes has Magic the Gathering #1, the Vess variant, 9.8, $49.99. I don't know how much this book was when it came out. You got to figure like $24.99. So for 25, you're paying $25 more to get a 9.8 of a book. And I'm just shouting out books. They have a huge selection there. They also do mystery boxes, mystery bundles, mystery slabs, not 9.8 books, and raw books. It's a great website. I kind of like, they slipped off my radar a little bit, so I mentioned them yesterday. Today they were advertising their FOC, final order cutoff, that you can get 9/8, and the list was crazy. I went to the site, and then I started seeing all these Magic the Gathering, and I'm like, whoa, these are going to be big. Magic the Gathering, they've got the Vest variant, the 9/8 at $49.99. They have the Jim Lee variant, Virgin variant, 1 in 200 at $299.99. That's a 9.8. And the Yoon variant, this is a 1 in 100. It's a 9.8 at $139.99. These are really dramatic covers. If I can fit them again in the thumbnail, I'll fit them. But it all has to do with cover and color and what will grab people. But Slabbed Heroes also has 9/8 books you can grab right now. Nocterra #1, Silver Coin #1, Demon Days #1. Some of these are pretty expensive, but they start at $49.99. It's pretty crazy. So don't sleep on Slabbed Heroes because it's fourth dimensional chess when you get to that point where because you always want to kind of get in front of those pre-orders, so you're getting the books as inexpensively as possible. If you're getting slab 9.8s as inexpensively as possible, you're 5 steps ahead of the game. So even if you want to dabble in that, in the 9.8s, if you want to dabble in the graded books, I'm kind of thinking of Slabbed Heroes because you can be like, okay, I think, forget what everybody else thinks. I think this book here is going to do well. And I'm going to bet $50 that it does well. And if the book does well and you have it at a 9/8, we're seeing Something's Killing the Children variants at $1,200. So it's that's the game that's being played right now. Just so you know, I'm not playing that game, but there is that game being played out there. Rathacomics. Rathacomics is our sponsor. We use CBSD10 over at Rathacomics to get 10% off our order every day. Rathacomics has Proctor Valley Road #1, the Thorogood. Only place I've seen it is at Rathacomics, $19.95. They have Something's Killing the Children, the Vasco. Really, really like this book. It is expensive. It's $74.95, but you are going to get 10% off that. Noctera #1, the Zuret. There's something about pink that they're using in this color covers that I like a lot. There's some great covers. There's some amazing covers for Noctera. There are a ton of them. But there's something about this pink cover, this Zuret pink cover. It feels like something about it I like a lot. They've got it for uh the Zuret Noctera. I didn't write it down, but I believe it's like $9.95. It's just there's something about it that really strikes me. Stray Dogs, The Silence of the Lambs, #1, $9.95. And Ha Ha #2, the Simmons, the Virgin variant that everybody's looking for, $29.95. That's sold out pretty much everywhere. Marvelous Comics is another one of our sponsors. We use steals and deals over at Marvelous Comics every day. Currently over at Marvelous Comics, if you're purchasing Aliens 1, you're going to want to go over to Marvelous Comics and do that. Because if you do that, you're going to be entered in to win a Aliens #1 from, I'm going to have to figure out what year it is. I say this every day. Why don't I figure out what year it is? It's a platinum edition. I mean, the cover is done by Simon Bisley, and it is gorgeous. It's a retails about $100. Anything you buy at Marvelous Comics, you're going to get entered into win that slab. Purchase anything at Marvelous Comics, you're going to get the slab. If you purchase an Aliens #1 that are coming out in their pre-order, you're going to get 2 entries into winning that slab. The other thing, too, is that they're doing buy 3, get 1 free on their Raw books and their CBCS books. So do some shopping over at Marvelous Comics. They got a ton of really cool comics, including, actually, I'll hold that off. I'll hold off on that because I might want to buy that one myself. But actually, let me tell you, they have a very limited book that I found a copy of and I bought immediately that only serious old time, I don't mean old time, I mean serious collectors seem to, they desire this book, they're always looking for this book, and they always want me to tell them when I find it. It's this series. It's the Faust series. Now, of all the ones that they're very difficult to get. I've owned one before and gave it away like sillily to I sold it to a comic book store for nothing and a bunch of different books. This is the first Faust first print, #1 first print in really nice shape. Trying to find the other ones is difficult. This one is not that, you can get this one, but to, if you're one of those people that's kind of, you collected a lot and you're like, what's my next level? What am I looking for next? Because like me right now, I'm into like 12 and 15-cent comics. I'm trying to get as old as possible. If you're getting into the Faust book, definitely start with a book like this. You can find one, they do have a slabbed one and a raw one over at Marvelous Comics. If you're looking to up your game a little bit, the whole entire Faust series is very difficult to get. You can find them very inexpensively, although they're worth a lot of money because people don't know what they are. They're niche among high-end collectors. So very interesting. So $30 for they have $30 on the raw, $100 on the tray on the CGC, on the CBCS, but I believe the CBCS is a 9.6 or a 9.8. So definitely check that out. Last night we had our auction with Hood Inc. and Hood Inc. Hood Inc. and I, our auction went 6.5 hours last night, 6:15. And because I always do my auctions alone, when I have somebody else there, it makes it so much easier. So 6 hours goes by in no time. But we had a very good time. That's really like almost kind of like my chill time because I never have a time where somebody else is going and I have time off. But it was very cool. Had a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Check it out if you. It's up on the. It's available in my videos if you want to check it out from last night. Not all 6 hours. You can flip around. Um, but tonight I want to try something different. We have a we I put in. I paid for 18 orders last night, and then we have a big, huge 75 book order coming in. Hopefully the beginning of next week. But I didn't get any comics in right now, which is fine because we saved a ton of books for this weekend. So what I want to try tonight is something that people have been I've been talking about, but something that people have been asking me to show. And we're gonna do just for tonight sports cards because I got so many sports cards. They're everywhere, and I have some really nice ones that people might be interested in. And I know people are getting back into sports cards now. And if you're a sports card collector, just so you know, I'm really not. I was at one point. I got a lot in, but I'm out of the hobby. I'm not into it. So basically, you can get cards for cheap. And if we could just look at them too. We don't have to purchase them tonight. But if you are looking to get cards, sports cards, I also have comic book cards too. So if the sports cards are a total fail, we can go right to the comic book cards. But I want to give the sports cards a try. If you're into sports cards and you're collecting sports cards, definitely come by and check us out because I'm probably going to be selling these things a lot cheaper than they're worth. If you know how much they're worth, tell me, and I'll probably undercut that price just to move them because I've had them in my life for too long. And now that they're actually movable, I would love to move them. And if you'd love to have them, I've got a lot. So there'll be a card presentation this evening with our Thursday night comic book haul and chill out. So, yeah, check us out later. That should be fun as we get ready for this weekend's auctions. Thank you guys for all the new subscribers coming in. It's great to see. And yeah, definitely join us tonight. Usually around 8:45, 9 o'clock. I always say 8, and then it's like 9, so I'm just horrible. But that's all I got for you now. Definitely check us out tonight, and I'll talk to you later.